Yeah, I know. That was a long, long time ago. Whenever he went to Blue Mountain,
Mm. Who was that? Mark or Lee?
Lee, Mark, he didn't go to college.
That's okay.
Um, well, so the youth, so Hannah is the youth pastor of the youth group I help at,
What?
which is where,
Who?
which is what, Hannah
Youth
is
minister?
the yeah,
Is that
and
okay for a female to lead
yeah,
worship?
it is. It's different. It's different than so in the Bible it specifically talks about in terms of leadership and being the head of the church, a woman being the head of a church, aka the pastor, would be wrong. But if you're doing a role like a youth pastor,
Or
and
a music
also
minister?
yeah,
Okay.
that would be fine. And also back in the days of the Bible, there wasn't scriptures and there wasn't designated music or youth pastors. So there's no real scripture saying, like, in terms of that being a supporting role, there's nothing saying, oh, a woman can't do that, you know.
Or
The Bible only speaks in context of being the head of the church.
why is that? Just because that's how it was in the Bible, or is it because,
That's how it was.
or is it just
Um,
because to lead you need to be as Christ-like as possible, and that
so,
is part of it, or is it?
so they're kind of both right. Uh, so in terms of stemming from leadership in the church, in the Bible, of course, the head of the church being the pastor, but anything else under the pastor is more of a supporting role. So, like, that's why you can have a woman leading the children's ministry, because that's a supporting role as a part of the church. Because, like, being a youth minister is technically a supporting role as a part of the church. Um, uh, and so, sorry, my brain is, yeah, and so that's why it's okay, because in the Bible it says that a man being the head of the church in terms of pastors, it's partially from when sin came into the world that it's a biblical thing in the sense that the woman was the one that really sort of initiated that, and the man just followed, although they both sinned. But the woman was the one that brought that on, and so a biblical sense, it's been saying that a man should have that authority.
I see.
What church?
And also that in terms of knowledge, man would make more.
What you ask, Hunter?
Do you go?
Went on.
We grew up in Harrisburg,
Oh, okay.
but it got it used to not be great because it was it was very status led,
Oh
and
yeah,
and also like we had a music minister that was basically a cult leader, and
it was
everybody
pretty
kinda-
bad.
It was everybody followed them like a cult. So when they left, the cult family left. Basically, like everybody, like half the church left, but
Yep.
it got replaced with people who really
Love the
love
Lord.
Jesus. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good, and
It's so much fun.
and they're also very accepting of like everyone now. It's not just like white people, you know.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard of